Hi friends, here we are given two equations x squared plus 3x plus 5 and ax squared plus bx plus c. We are told that these two equations have a common root. Then what is the minimum value of a plus b plus c? Okay, very interesting problem. If you see this equation, first equation x squared plus 3x plus 5. Here b square minus 4ac is less than 0, right? 9 minus 4ac, 9 minus 20 is less than 0. What does that mean? This equation doesn't have real roots. This equation has complex roots, right? And complex roots always come in pairs. Like, for example, it will come something like this: 2 plus or minus 3i, or 4 plus or minus 7i, like this. We'll get conjugates: 4 plus and 4 minus, 2 plus and 2 minus. Right? They will always come in pairs. They don't, unlike real roots you can come like 2, 3 or 2, 5, 2, 7 likewise. But complex roots, real and rational roots, they will come like this. But real irrational roots also, they will also come in pairs like this. 2 plus or minus root 3, 5 plus or minus root 7. So when roots are irrational, they will also come in pairs. Why? Because minus b under plus or minus underscore b square minus 4ac by 2a. Right. Now, if this part is not a perfect square, then we'll get both pairs, b plus, minus b plus, and minus b minus. So, if only when this is a perfect square, we'll get rational, we'll get rational roots which can be different. So, for example, then we'll get 2 plus or minus 3. Then the roots will not be conjugate pairs. Okay. Now here this one, the b square minus 4ac is definitely less than 0. So that means we are getting pairs. So let's say for example one of them is 2 plus 3i. The other one has to be obviously 2 minus 3i. Right. If one of them is common, obviously that what does that mean? That means other one has to be this, has to also be common. Because once you fix one of them is 2 plus 3i, for this also one of them will be 2 plus 3i. Then that means for this also the other one should be 2 minus 3i. For this also the other one should be 3 minus 2 minus 3i, whatever. Okay, if you solve for this equation, so when complex roots, one of them is common, that means the other one is also common. So here we have one common root. That means have a common root means here both roots are common. Okay, both roots are common actually. When both roots are common, what do we say? This equation is probably a multiple of this equation. Okay, a plus b plus c must be a multiple of this equation. That means x square plus bx plus c, this equation should be something like x square plus 3x plus c, 3x plus 5 into some multiple, some c. This could be c could be 1, c could be 2, if it is 2, then 2x square plus 6x plus 10 or anything like this. So this equation should be a multiple of this equation. Then only both roots are same for this equation and that equation. Now we know the format of this equation. This is actually a multiple of this equation. So, and when is a plus b plus c minimum? When the multiple is minimum. What is the minimum multiple? Here we are talking about integers only. So the minimum multiple is when the multiple is equal to 1. That means if this equation and this equation are equal, then only a plus b plus c will be minimum. That means minimum of a plus b plus c is 1 plus 3 plus 5, which is equal to 9. 9 is the correct answer. Right. So here because the roots are complex roots, that's why this has to be multiple of this. If the roots are not complex, then we cannot say that. If the roots are rational roots, the roots are rational roots, then we cannot say that this is a multiple of this one. When the roots are irrational, then also we can say this is a multiple of this one. But when the roots are rational, we cannot say this is a multiple of this one. When roots are irrational or complex, we can say this is a multiple. Okay. In this case, it is the roots are complex. That's why this has to be multiple. And minimum multiple is 1. That's why a plus b plus c. Minimum value is 9. Right, guys?